that, or cracking the yolk. Depends, you can get good at it, right? One-handed cracking, you're just dropping them in. This pan, usually we use a shallower pan, but we don't have one. So I just use a small pot, and then basically I'm just gonna drop it in. No more in a simmer. I mean, I usually like to have a little bit of more bubble in it. I like it when it hits the bottom, that it actually, because sometimes it'll stick to the bottom of the pot.
Should it float up?
It will eventually float. Okay. What happens is, obviously, let's say we're doing, we usually use a big pan. I think we have a little bit too big though, like a 14-inch pan, 4-inch deep, and that's what we're using to do production, right? And what we'll do is we'll do probably about 1 flat of eggs, 30 eggs in there. You just keep dropping them in a circle. You work your pattern, and then you know that was the first in, then you just work it out.
Is it common to use a pot in a
Frying pan, you can use any vessel, right? I mean, shallow is obviously better because, let's face it, the angle to try to get the egg out, you know, you'd rather want a more of a scooping method than trying to pull it out. Yeah.
like the salt?
No, they say there's, I mean, I've never put salt in there. They say that salt actually does the opposite of vinegar. Yeah. You know, what do we use poached eggs for? Most common dish. Well, eggs Benedict. What's eggs Benedict?
Is egg with filling the sauce.
Muffin, egg. There's a meat in there, right? There's a protein. Ham. What kind of ham do we use? So, what's traditionally the ham that's used? Yeah, but traditionally, what is the cut out of pork? What is it? It was on question number 2 on your test. Comes from the loin.
But many pieces come from the loin. Which one?
Question number 2 on your test for pork.
Bacon.
No, not pork chop. Back bacon. Oh my God, you guys, that was last week. It scared me. So yeah, it'll start to float up. We want it soft. If we were gonna serve it right away, we take it, dab it on a paper towel or cloth. You can trim the egg white off of it, right? Trim it up a bit. Dab it, goes on top of your back bacon that's been ground off. Hollandaise in the salamander brown. If we're going to save it for later, we'll put it into an ice bath. Stop the cooking. Okay? To refresh it, what we used to do was we'd have all the eggs sitting in a pan. We drain them off, and then we would go over to the coffee machine. And you know the hot water that comes out of the coffee machines? Just fill it up, and then we'd stick it in the steam table. It obviously will cool down, the hot water, the boiling water cools down because we've got a cold product, and then the steam table will hold it at the right temperature where they actually won't continue cooking.
I didn't understand, I'm sorry.
So we would take these out of here, right?
Yeah.
The egg is chilled, we want to use it the next day.
Okay.
We take all the eggs. We would then scoop them out of the water, put them in here, in the hotel pan. You know the coffee machines, how you make tea, you just have a hot water spout on a coffee machine. So we would go over to that machine, put it here, pull it open, it would splash and burn your arms usually until it starts going. You fill it up until it's just covering the egg. Even though you're putting it in boiling water, the cold eggs are going to chill the water down, so it's not going to continue cooking the egg, right? And then we take this and we would put it into the warmer table there, right? So it's sitting in there. We have it ordering, you know, eggs Benedict. Okay, I scoop the egg out. I put it on here. I finish it. One more egg on here. Finish it. Then we got.
This is in the hot water.
It's going to be in hot water. And then I just hollandaise on top, and then eggs Benedict. gets browned, right? The hollandaise sauce gets browned. You know what everyone knows what salamander is?
Yeah.
Radiant heat from the top for browning. Fire the plate in there. Brown. Take it out. Put your hash browns on it. Whatever. Right?
For how long can you have your eggs in
As long
hot
as the
water?
steam table is set, it'll never boil. Like the water, there's no way that water in there can boil this water. So, I mean, we used to sit in there half an hour, 45 minutes, but we would go through probably about 4 or 5 pans at about 30 eggs for breakfast, right? And then, yeah, that's how it's done in a more of a busier place, right? Some places, motion to order, right? It all depends.